Hey, deep divers, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe because, we're going deep today on some
Yeah.
serious stuff.
Yeah.
We're diving into the what ifs, the could be's, the oh no's,
Uh,
if you know what I mean.
I think I do.
Okay, so if Trump wins in 2024, what happens next? What kind of legal and political drama might be waiting for us?
Buckle up, folks.
I know, right? And our source for this wild ride, the Daily Beast, dropped just yesterday, October 24th, with a headline that screams, Trump says he'd fire Special Counsel Jack Smith if reelected.
Straight to the point.
No kidding. Jack Smith, for those just joining us, is the special counsel investigating Trump's efforts to, well, let's just say challenge the 2020 election results.
Right. And Trump didn't mince words. He told Hugh Hewitt on his podcast that Smith would be gone within 2 seconds of him stepping back into the Oval Office.
2 seconds. Like, bam, you're out of here.
Pretty much. It raises so many questions about the balance of power.
Exactly. So let's unpack this. Trump can't actually fire a special counsel directly, can he?
Nope. There's a process. It's not like an apprentice boardroom you're fired situation.
Thank goodness.
A special counsel is appointed to investigate sensitive cases. Think conflicts of interest, things like that. And they need a certain degree of independence to do their job properly.
So they can't be swayed by political pressure.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Now, the Attorney General, who is appointed by the president, does have the authority to remove a special counsel.
Ah, so there's the loophole.
Potentially. So if Trump becomes president again, he could appoint an Attorney General who would then fire Jack Smith.
So basically, Trump would be using his Attorney General as a proxy to shut down an investigation into himself?
Essentially. And that raises some huge red flags.
It sets a dangerous precedent for future presidents, doesn't it? Imagine any president could just quash any investigation that they find inconvenient.
It would completely undermine the rule of law and the independence of the Justice Department. It's one of the cornerstones of our democracy.
Checks and balances, people. Checks and balances. And all this is happening with that Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity still fresh in everyone's minds.
Absolutely. Presidential immunity shields a sitting president from certain lawsuits. Now, Jack Smith is trying to argue that Trump's actions to overturn the election were taken as a private citizen, not in his role as president.
So Smith is trying to sidestep that whole immunity issue.
Exactly. But legally speaking, it's uncharted territory. We're in wait-and-see mode on that one.
Okay, so we've got this potential constitutional crisis brewing, but then there's this whole other layer to the story. Trump also hinted at the possibility of pardoning Hunter Biden.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. We're moving beyond legal technicalities and straight into political strategy territory.
Yeah, Trump has called Hunter Biden a bad boy,
Mm-hmm.
criticized him publicly, and now he's dangling a pardon.
It makes you wonder what's going on behind the scenes, right?
Totally. You got to compare this to President Biden, who said he wouldn't pardon his son.
Two very different approaches to presidential power.
It's almost like two opposite ends of the spectrum. One is potentially shielding oneself from legal scrutiny, and the other is at least publicly upholding the principle of not interfering in legal matters involving family.
And let's not forget, Hunter Biden was convicted on federal gun charges back in June. The first child of a sitting president to be convicted of a crime.
Talk about a family drama playing out on the national stage.
It's definitely a situation to watch. So, deep divers, what stands out to you in all of this? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
This whole situation is just mind-blowing. Regardless of your political views, this raises some fundamental questions about American politics.
Questions like, how much power should a president really have? What are the limits of presidential immunity? And how do we ensure the integrity of our legal system going forward?
It's a lot to unpack, that's for sure. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next deep dive.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.